Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Madals and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast. Now guys, today I have got a ladder game and it is between ClassicRmrK, the red Protoss player in the lower right position, who is up against QuanticHawk, the blue Zerg. In the top left map is Ahana, and well, this should be fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now obviously Hawk, probably going to be my favourite going into this map, purely because I know he's a really top level player. Remark on the other hand, he has done well actually. I've cast quite a few of his games recently, and he has been quite impressive. Has been a couple of flaws in his game, perhaps slightly passive and a bit too much on the death pool side, but we'll wait and see what he chooses to do. He's going to be fast expanding, which on Ahana is just the right thing to do, guys, in this matchup. Probably even going to be a Nexus first, I would predict, just because it is safe as a bank vault. Basically, Ahana's is quite a long rush distance. You've got a narrow choke there. It's just easy peasy. And also, Zerg players tend nowadays just to go for 14-15 pull into a 16 hatch into a 4-minute 20 third, because it just works. It's successful. You can really map out actually Zerg in this game so well in this matchup rather, because really you just chuck down, as I said, 14 or 15 pull, you then get about a 16 hatch, 4-minute 20-ish third base if the Protoss is fast expanded, and then you really just go for a 6-minute 37-minute Roach Warren Evolution Chamber to defend against DTs and obviously ground pressure. Then at, well, obviously the 40 to 50-ish supply, you grab down your first gas, usually 2, then 2 more to follow relatively soon after. Now remark, he is getting down that Nexus first, so again it's a good opening. I predicted it because it's what you're gonna do, so yeah, we'll wait and see what's gonna go down. But obviously Protoss, in terms of this matchup, again it's quite a solidly understood different strategies. Basically you've got either the 2-base play, which can be quite varied, which is probably, I would say, the biggest threat to a Zerg player, is just predicting which 2-base play a Protoss player is going for, because it really can range an awful lot. I mean, you occasionally get Stargates, but they're less common than they used to be. What you tend much more to see is somewhere between a 5 to 7 gate or a Sentry Immortal all in. They're two of the big play styles that you can see thrown down, and all of those really centre around taking out this third base. And the reason for that is if the third base is picked off, then the Zerg player is in an absolutely terrible position. They're in equal bases, and even if the Protoss doesn't engage too cost effectively, they can defend behind this wall for quite a while and know that they're economically in a good spot. Now, as you can see here, the drone coming over, that third base should come down a couple of seconds early, so about 4:05, which, again, if you can get it early, it's probably quite good. It's not a huge sacrifice. Queen production, well, I'm going to hamper on, as anyone who frequently watches my cast knows, get 1 additional queen per base, or rather than per hatchery. So rather than 3 queens here, get 4, 1 just for spreading creep. It's so effective, and really every time I see Zerg players do it, they tend to do very well, because you get better scouting information, map awareness, speed as well. So well, everything going really quite nicely. Now looking here, of course, Cybernetical on the way down. We do have not much else, just really chrono boost coming down on the Nexus, so nothing too aggressive. No forge upgrades either yet, which usually tend to see those starting very early if it's going to be some kind of super fast timing push. So don't think we'll be seeing that. Obviously chrono boosts will start be getting there for the warp gate tech should it want to get out really quick, but I doubt that'll get chrono boosted. Obviously the third base for Hawk, 3/4 done. He's going to be starting to think about getting his first gas in relatively about the next 10 supply, to be honest. It's the right time to get it. He needs to start thinking in the next kind of minute or so about the Rotor and Evolution Chamber. Here comes down the +1 Protoss ground weapons. So again, this is starting to look much more like a bit of aggression. Now, I do think that a 2-base play on Ahana is quite likely, just because this third base isn't super easy to take as Protoss. The only plus side to it is that if you take out these rocks, you can get a complete wall off at your natural, and then you're only really defending this area, which can be a plus. And obviously a 3-base Protoss is exceptionally strong, so we'll wait and see if that does go down. But again, I think a 2 base play is probably more likely to be on the cards. Robotics facility on the way down. Meanwhile, we've got the first 2 gas chucked down there for Hawk. He's got the Queens out, 1 per base. I wish there was 1 more because he's only got the 1 creep tumor at the moment, which means joining up your bases isn't super easy. You can only go down one side of the map for a start, which can be awkward and obviously not great. It's getting out its Roach one. It's quite a late Roach one, actually. I prefer it fractionally earlier just in case there's any super quick pushes. We've got 2 more gateways being added on here. Obviously with the robotics facility just finished, so obviously we'll see should that go for much more. We've got the Immortal coming out, so the Observer skip, that is very, very surprising, and that really does insinuate that there's going to be quite a lot of early aggression. We've got another Sentry coming out, so this could be an Immortal Sentry all in. Judging by the timings of things, it's very likely. Looking as well, the Stalker poking up. Now, how would you scout this? Well, Sacrifice an Overlord is the main way, because as you can see at the moment, very little known. Obviously, does see that the robotic facility down, and also now another gateway coming down, knows that really the gas timings are pretty okay, so that's good. In terms of the scouting information for Remark, he knows this third base is up, which is to be expected. Knows there's no gas there. 4 gas are up at the moment. We've got a layer coming down. No evolution chamber. That's the only thing which I really wish we had seen, but obviously no big rush to get out that Evo, purely based on the fact that you know the robotic facility is down, so therefore, by your brilliant powers of deduction, you know that there's very, very unlikely to be a Stargate down, so you don't need Spore Crawlers for that, and it's very, very unlikely for there to be a Dark Templar Shrine on the way, so you don't need detection either. So that is all. Finally, Center Rocks getting picked up here. The other important thing that Hawk needs to be thinking about is, hang on, these rocks are still up, and there's no attempt to take a third yet. That really says 2-base play. Now we're going to see the 3rd Immortal pop, and then this push go across the map. It's going to, without doubt, be a 3 Immortal Sentry push. Just keeping an eye out for any 4 pylons. We've got 1 here, but none really any closer. I did want to try and grab 1 down here. That would be the perfect place to get it. We do now have a lot of units coming out here for Hawk, who is really perfectly prepared for this. Only thing which is really I'm seeing as a problem is the fact that he's just got so many Zerglings and so few roaches. He needs to start thinking about getting roaches, because Zerglings against this won't do too well unless they catch it out of position, which it seems to be doing at the moment. Now, in this situation, I'd send half of my Zerglings straight to my opponent's base and just counter-attack to the max, and that is precisely what we're seeing Hawk do here. Is he going to get all of the Zerglings? It would appear he's going to. Meanwhile, he's got lots of Zerglings back up here. He's just going for the big counter-attack, but a full wall-off is on its way down here by Remark. He's trying to get this wall-off as best he can, and the Zerglings will be forced back. Obviously, that is going to be very, very frustrating for him. He's got some Infestors coming out. Now he just needs to really sandwich these units. He's got a handful of Zerglings to Thron. The rest from behind. All of those, oh my god, all of those Overlords are in the way. We do have the Spine Crawlers coming down, but against that many Immortals will be good. Great force fields by Remark there. Those force fields are absolutely brilliant, but the rocks have been cleared out. They can come the other way, cancelling all of those Spine Crawlers. The Infestors still a couple of seconds away, and well, with the War Prison there as well, the next wave of War Prisons could be super bad. I'd walk in Zealots in this situation, because you've only seen an awful lot of Zerglings for the moment. There we go, there's Remark with exactly the right thing to do at the moment. As you can see, this natural base is getting focused hard, but the Infestors are now out, so if Fungal Growth was good, it wouldn't be too bad, but 1 Infestor goes down with nothing there. Infested Terran seems to be the unit of choice, which is not a terrible move in my opinion, but 1 Fungal Growth could have been good. The War Prison doing a great job of lifting those Immortals, but Hawk, he's just sending streams and streams of units across. Luckily, his natural base is still up. Another warping of units, though, coming down. Those Immortals getting loads of kills, 10 kills on one, 20 kills on the other. That is absolutely doing great. That natural base still getting focused down, and if that falls, then problems are gonna be shown. And, well, as you can see here, that base is almost definitely going to go down. There it falls, and now Hawk is in big, big problems. He's really playing catch-up at the moment, because this push is still very much going, and, well, it is really difficult to deal with this if you don't crush it early. Now, these sentries doing a great job of stopping reinforcements, and, well, they're just picking apart this Zerg army as it comes. So cost effective, and QuanticHawk was just with LMAO and leaves the game. But Remark, he played really well there, and I have to say, the real saving grace was when the Zerglin counter attack came, was getting that complete wall off was really, really nice. So that was, well, a good play by Remark there. Now, if you did enjoy the game, guys, please subscribe, leave a cool comment, like the video, follow me on Twitter, and I will catch you tomorrow for yet another new game. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.